Okay, so we just drew a square maze in Onshape by extruding these like surfaces and then using the thicken tool at the end to create the walls, and it worked out really well, and it made it so we didn't have to manually create these walls as we were going. We're going to do the same thing here to make a maze that is not square, so we'll do like a polygon shaped maze. And so we'll go something like this. Alright, and then I'm going to set a dimension for the circle, and I'm going to say, let's make a variable called maze diameter. Okay, and we'll set this to be 101.6. Oops. Okay, so we got our maze diameter, and then we're going to extrude it to be 1.2 millimeters. Oops. I'm set on surface instead of solid, so let me extrude as a solid. And now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new sketch on this plane, do the offset tool, and I'm going to set this to be wall thickness. New variable here, 1.2 millimeters. Okay, and we're going to extrude that. Wall thickness. Okay, now we want to extrude that, not the wall thickness, we want to make that to be 6. Okay, and then we'll add the little square on the bottom. This so we can attach it to a surface or to our maze solver. Set equal constraints and set that to be 25. And extrude it about 0.6. Just remove a tiny little bit there. Okay, now on our maze itself, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of try to replicate what we did before. This gets a little trickier. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a sketch on this face. It's going to be another inscribed polygon. It'll be a little bit smaller. Okay, and I did not make it a construction line, that's okay. And we're going to set the distance between here and here. Ooh. We're going to make them be parallel. I got that constraint there. Let's see. Get rid of that midpoint constraint. Don't know which one I want. So I'm going to set a distance here between here and here then of 1.2. I'm just going to get it centered on there. Oop, 0.6. There we go. Okay. And now, let's see if we can do a linear pattern here. Nope, inside of our sketch. It's going to get tricky there. So instead of that, we'll just have to manually draw these hexagons. So what we will do is we're going to make a grid. So let's come up to here. Actually, let's drag the wall thickness up to there. So let's make a grid variable, just like we did here, right? So we made a variable to track like how many rows. So we have like 8 rows here. And then in this one, we will do that as well. So we'll say maybe, let's see, row counts. Let's make a variable. We'll call it row count. I'm going to start with like 4, I think, because we're going to do it like halfway. Okay. And then we're going to make a, see, that was row count, and then I'll make another variable that'll be row spacing. and then this one will be the maze diameter minus the wall thickness and then we're going to divide it by the row count, and I'm going to divide it by 2. So we get 12.55 as our spacing for our row spacing. And so we'll start with that. And so let's go back to our sketch. Let's make some more hexagons here. And so we'll go okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and we're going to set on those a distance of our row spacing. Okay, so we got that. And so that kind of gives us these kind of hexagon reference points, and then we can hide it. Right, now we're going to make another sketch. And this is just going to be lines coming out of the middle. Like this. And we're going to do a circular pattern. Okay, just like this. And we want to go, let's go with, then we have 6 sides. Let's do twice that. So we could do 12 maybe. Maybe we want 2 extras per side. So let's go 18. 18. 24. Okay, so we got 24. Okay. And so now we have these 2 kind of grids. Looks like a spider web here. And now make a sketch on the face of it. And we'll show our little grids here. And now we can start making our maze. Yeah, do something like that. Let that come over like this. And then we'll cut off this one right here, like that. And then you can kind of do it however you want. And then we're going to go to, when we're done, we're going to extrude it. So we're going to say extrude, and it's not going to let us do it all at once because of how they like tee off each other and stuff. So we'll have to do them in parts. And so we'll do as much of it as we can here. So see, it doesn't like that. Okay, so extrude those. We'll go to a depth of 6. Oops. I have to do. Okay. So now we've got some walls for our maze. And then the last step here, and we've got to do, I guess, a second extrude. So we're going to extrude again. Get the ones we missed. Go to 6. Okay. Then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the thicken tool. And we're going to select all of these surfaces. You can also select them from there. Set the thickness to be wall thickness over 2. Wall thickness over 2, like that. And then we'll choose add. and we'll merge it onto here. Alright, and this is how you can make your kind of hexagon shaped maze, or whatever other polygon shape you want to do. And it'll be kind of like aligned to the grid. And you can adjust your grid size if you want, give yourself more lines, etc. Okay, so this is how you might go about making like a polygon shape maze.